Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Yahweh, which is name of the Most High, and Yahushai, which is the name of the only begotten Son in the world, ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I just want to do a little video. Somebody asked me a question in the comment board. It basically was revolving around, when can, let's say, when can a man be engaged to a woman? I believe it was the brother. I believe brother's name is Miles, right? Or Mike, or something like that. Hey, brother, I'm sorry. I got 1,000 names I gotta remember, so I apologize. That I can never remember, the name, but hey, no disrespect to, him. He's a very sincere, listener, right? He's been following us for a good probably 2 years or so, So I just wanted to, answer his question that he asked me. Um, basically, as I said, revolving around, when is it allowable for a man to be engaged to a female? Okay, so I'm gonna answer that in the scriptures. Okay, I'm gonna answer that. Okay, and at the same time as answering that, I'm going to be, putting to rest, so to speak, a myth that's going around, because you got guys out here. This is what atheists, like to do. Which I also want to say this: I actually have not slept in over 24 hours. So if I, mess up some of my words, Salakia, but I did want to, get this lesson out. So, nevertheless, hey, the Lord's will be done. That's all. Anyway, what atheists do is to discredit the Bible. Is that they'll say, well, the Bible promotes, pedophilia. The Bible says that you can sleep with children, and you know what? It does not say that. However, I will say this: they have very compelling points. I will say that they can actually bring up compelling points, and a Christian might actually be stumped by this because they might not know how to get around this. Okay, so I'm gonna be answering both these things at the same time because they're pretty much very similar. All right. Anyway, the first one I want to go to. So let's go back real quick. Let's get this one first. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 31, verse 17, verse 18. It says, "Now therefore kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that have known man by lying with him. But all the woman children that have not known a man by lying with him, keep alive for yourself." Let's read that last part again. "But all the woman children that have not known a man by lying with him, keep alive for yourself." Now, one will read that and say, we'll see. It says that you can sleep with the woman children. So, see, the Bible clearly promotes pedophilia. No, that's not true. That isn't true. You just don't understand the context that that's being spoken of in. Okay? I'm going to show you. Let's go down here. All right. I want to read this real quick, and then I'm gonna break it down. Okay. This is the book of Numbers, chapter. Let me see real quick. This should be all the. Okay. Anyway, this is the book of Numbers, chapter 31, verse 9. It says, "And the children of Israel took all the women of Midian captives and their little ones, and took the spoil of all their cattle, and all their flocks, and all their goods. And they burnt all their cities wherein they dwelt, and all their goodly castles with fire. And they took all the spoil and all the prey, both of man and beast. And they brought the captives and the prey and the spoil unto Moses and Eleazar the priest, and unto the congregation of the children of Israel, unto the camp at the plains, plain of Moab, which are by Jordan near Jericho. Behold, these caused the children of Israel through the counsel of Balaam to commit trespass against the Lord in the matter of Peor. And there was a plague among the congregation of the Lord. Now, therefore, kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that have known a man by lying with him. But all the woman children that have not known a man by lying with him, keep alive for yourself." So, I just wanted to show both of those verses because what they'll do is they'll go here and say, "We'll see. It says that you can sleep with the woman children." That's not true. Okay, I'm going to show you. Let's go over here. Bear with me a second. All right. So even though it would appear as if that's what it's saying, that you can sleep with the little woman children, that's not what it's talking about. Okay, because according to the Bible, you can't sleep with a woman until she passes the flower of her age, which the flower of her age is a girl's first menstrual cycle. Okay, when a girl gets her first menstrual cycle, that's when she becomes a woman. Okay, because that's when they can, give birth to babies. So to answer the brother's question about when a man can, be engaged to a girl, well, this is what it is. And this lines up with the other verses I brought out, right? It said, take, the little, woman children for yourselves. Now, does that mean that they were sleeping with the woman children? No, but the woman children were engaged to those men so that when they, came upon, their, the flower of their age, then the men could sleep with them then. But you know what? They were engaged, or in other words, they were promised to those men. Okay, they were engaged. Okay, it's very simple to to understand, but it was a very good question because a lot of people don't know how to answer that. All right, so that was a very good question. All right, but very easy answer. Okay, so once again, just to answer it again, a man can take a girl when she is born and be engaged to her, right? Or in other words, because remember, in Hebrew culture, the father would engage his daughter. So what a father can do is say, okay, well, we're gonna have a girl, right? So that would be his daughter, right? So he can say, when she's, let's say, a week old or maybe even a year old, oh, okay, well, I am going to let you marry my daughter when she is, becomes ready, okay? It's very simple, okay? But they would be engaged, right? They're promised, okay? Engaged to one another, okay? So that answers the question right there. But again, they cannot engage in the relationship, sexually or consummate the marriage until she passes the flower of her age, which is a girl's first menstrual cycle, which is right here in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 36. It says, "But if any man think that he behaves himself uncomely towards his virgin, if she pass the flower of her age and need so require, let him do what he will. He sinneth not. Let them marry." Right, and real quick, because you got a lot of simple ass peons out there that, they're saying like that one guy, which no disrespect to this man, Deacon of Sakari, he said in a video just last week that, he said that, let me just catch my faults real quick. He said that, the Bible says that you can't sleep with a woman until she is 20 years old. That is pure bullshit. That's clearly not in the Holy Bible. And you're in violation of Revelation chapter 22, verse 18, right? You're adding to the scriptures. You're clearly adding to the scriptures. All right? Just to prove that the flower of her age is referring to, a woman's period. You have this, Leviticus chapter 15, verse 24. It says, "If any man lie with her at all, and her flowers be upon him, he shall be unclean 7 days, and all the bed where he lieth shall be unclean." Right, so clearly we see that the flower of her age just represents a woman's menstrual cycle, right? So the men could be engaged to those woman children, right? They could take them for themselves, not sexually, but be engaged to them, so that when they, come upon that, their prime, then they can take them to be their wives if they will, right? If they choose to do it at that time. All right, it's very simple to, understand. But, a lot of these, Israelite groups out here just, they twist it. and just don't, say it correctly because they're either emotional or they got a lot of women that follow their, their congregations. Okay, but hey, look, we here at ETT, right, End Time Teachers, we give, as what's that guy, Atlantis Report says, right, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, right, as that guy would say about his channel. All right, yeah, he's pretty much full of shit, but you know what? That's all right. He gets good information, right? And GMS is clearly correct on this topic. Okay, so I just wanted to answer his question because I know he asked me. So I hope that clears it up for you. If anybody challenges the information, you're free to comment down below. But anyway, I'm going to say shalom.